my district manager would tell me, he would say, you need to ask for referrals. This is before I even started. You need to ask for referrals. And then I learned that instead of asking for referrals, which every agent should do, and I should have done, I just didn't have to, I learned the art of being referable. That if I am referable, then I don't even have to ask. They will just show up. And that is pretty much what happened. It would be, I write one family, I write their insurance, I teach them these insurance buying strategies that they've never heard before, or there's just something different in my presentation or something that they feel that they gained from me. And they go and they say, oh, I met with Debbie last night, and she saved us $300, and then actually we're taking that $300 of savings and we're investing it, and then in 30 years we're going to have this return. And so it was something that I had a value to be referable, instead of having to go around and saying, Abby, can you give me 3 of your closest friends? I'd like to give them a call, and there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I have my staff do that, so there's nothing wrong with it, but I really, my way of building my business was being referable instead of asking for the referrals.
That's really good.
That's cool. How would you say that, what's the best way to be referable? Like, if you could give one, like, tip on how to...
Well, I think it does. I think it goes back to what I've kind of said several times. It's offering something different. I mean, you can call, 5 insurance companies. You could spend the next hour calling and getting quotes from 5 people, and you're going to get a different experience each call you make. You're going to get a different rate, and you're going to get a different just experience, interaction. And so it's, you get the return clients and you get the sale by offering something different. It might just be a personality. I mean, I've had people that have come to me and my premium's been more just because they like the way that I explained, what we do or how we do it. And that has been just something that it worked for me from day one. And these are principles that I learned from the agent that I worked for. I mean, the agent that I worked for 30 years ago was one of the number 1 agents in the entire country, with another carrier. And so I learned a lot of his principles and then took them and made them my own. And so, kind of full circle. And then he had me train his staff like 5 years ago after he, poured into me 30 years ago. So nothing's really changed in how I've done business. And, I attribute my success to, number 1, God, number 2, just keeping things the same and always putting the client first and always making sure that their best interest, I'm selling to their best interest, not to my financial gain, not to my number that I get to say I achieved. It's to what is best for them. And I've done that out of, it's the right thing to do, but also my fear of God of just knowing I have to do the right thing regardless of what it does to my bank account. But yet doing the right thing has worked out.